friends. I love listening to podcasts, and I wanted to share one. I listened to Ask Lisa. Lisa Damour is an author, speaker, and she has a podcast, which I highly recommend. How do I help my kid deal with unfairness? And I was wanting to find something on this topic to help some of my clients that are dealing with not getting into the college of their dreams. And then I have some other friends that have tried out for something and they didn't make the team and other people did. Here are some of the key things that Lisa shares. She tells a story about a listener who wrote in. He was sharing how his daughter was in the National Honor Society. She was hoping to be one of the officers selected by the group of kids, and another person was selected. The daughter is aware that this person who was selected has images on their Instagram showing that they're drinking and doing things probably wouldn't be something that the National Honor Society would want to portray. The dad was asking Lisa, what should I do? How do I help my daughter deal with this disappointment? Some of the key things that she shared is, first, we really need to let our kids vent. They need to feel that they can really complain and talk about it. And so when we are listening, we want to give space for that. One thing that we can do is validate and say, wow, oh my gosh, that just sounds so unfair. This would frustrate me. I can see why you're so upset, and let them have that time to vent. One of the questions was asked, should this be something that the parent or the daughter report to the school? And in my head, I was like, what would I do in this situation? So I'm curious for you, what would you do? If maybe you were the parent of the daughter that wasn't voted into that leadership role, how would you handle that? So Dr. Lisa, what she said is that she would not report that, because then sometimes what we aren't always aware of is how it does shift other things and creates other problems. We can't always foresee. Now, if they were doing really dangerous things, yes, we would need to address that. We want to help our kids understand, which I'm sure that they do, but remind them that life isn't always fair and that there are going to be these times when you're very deserving and you may not get what you want. That led into a really interesting discussion about privilege. And sometimes there's lots of students, our biopic students, who may not get the same privileges that someone who may be white. And so being very much aware that there's a lot of biases sometimes that are going on. And I felt that was an important discussion, but that there are forces beyond our control sometimes that also put things back into balance. So even though it may be that you didn't get it and that it feels unfair that this person got it, maybe some of their behaviors would later come up and they may no longer have that. There's also that piece where if we were to step in and call the school or call the adult sponsor, what that communicates to our child is that the problem is bigger than we think they can handle or tolerate. And it sends a message that somebody else should fix that problem for them. We want our kids to be able to sit in that discomfort and deal with that disappointment. And we want to help them acknowledge that and look at ways that they can do things to help themselves feel better. I know it's really hard for some of our kids when they don't get into the college of their dreams and they see classmates that are getting in, people that maybe they know, I have a much higher GPA. Why are they getting in? Reassuring that we don't always know why these things happen. And it isn't always going to be a clear and simple answer. But maybe there's other things that are awaiting you or other opportunities that are opening up. And so let's look at maybe some other positive things that we can look at. Now, obviously, we don't do that right away because we want our kids to let them get that out of their system a little bit, but helping them learn how to shift and how to deal with this disappointment. Sometimes it's really shifting how you've been seeing and envisioning things. And then it's taking time to rewrite a new image in your head, a new dream, a new vision of what's next. So that can take some time, and really allowing your home to be a place where your child can do that with you. So check in with yourself, because sometimes this might be a trigger point for you where you feel like, gosh, this isn't fair. You might have had a similar experience and then you want to protect your child. What we really want them to learn is how to deal with disappointment, how to tolerate that discomfort. So if you don't follow Lisa Damour, definitely check out her podcast. There's lots of different ones that I like. I thought this was a helpful one for me as I'm supporting some of my clients. So this might be one that might help you if you're supporting someone who might be going through that difficulty. You to live life bravely, sweet parents. I can't wait to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.